everyone, how's it going? Christina here. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another video. Doing some coverage for you all today on HOPPY. I kind of just wanted to continue to give some updates. Even though this project is down right now, it is definitely still in the mainstream. People are still talking about this. It still is popular. In fact, I found something very interesting about this project in correlation to Brett on base. So we're going to actually take a look at the HOPPY chart in comparison to the Brett chart today and just kind of look at the comparison of the two. There are a lot of correlations, and I think they are obviously loosely connected, both being in the Matt Fury narrative. Now, my conviction in this project is still strong. I still have a lot of hopes for this for the spring, summer, and into the end of 2025. I still think you can make super big gains on this. And the really awesome part about this for people who are not invested in HOPPY yet, you could literally buy it right now as if you were buying it from the bottom and make so much money on it. Now, I know people who have been holding on to HOPPY from the beginning do not share the same sentiment as what I'm sharing with you right now, because you have experienced the ups and downs of the project and, have made money and then lost that money. But, I think in the end, you could make both short-term and long-term gains on it if you choose to hold it through the downtime and wait for it to go back up again. I think you can make significant long-term gains on that. If you plan to buy it at the bottom and sell it at the top, I think you could also make significant short-term gains on it. So I think it's a win-win for everyone, no matter how you look at it. But today we're just going to go over the chart a little bit, as I just did a few days ago. I just recently posted a video on it actually, and it got a lot of activity on it. So I kind of just wanted to continue with that momentum and keep you posted on what's happening. So without further ado, let's jump into the chart and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so we're starting with the 24-hour view as we always do. Right now we're working with the price of 24.30. We're down 0.80% for the past 24 hours with an all-time low of about 24.16, and we have an all-time high of about 25.88. As you can see, we are all in the red here for the past 24 hours, so there is no incline and not much money to be made in the past 24 hours. It's basically all losses. For the past 7 days, we're down 27.82%. We have an all-time low here of 244 with 4 zeros, and we have an all-time high on the 21st of February at 35.52 with 4 zeros. Moving on into the 1-month view, we're down 62.47%, and we have an all-time low of 24.54, and we have an all-time high of 70.01 that was actually on the 30th of January. Then by the 1st of February, we see it go to 55.32. And then by the 2nd of February, we see it down to 38.47. Kind of hung out in that range for a little while of 38.37. And then finally, we see it go all the way down to 243 with 4 zeros. Then we have the 1-year view here. We're up 533.80%. The decline that we're seeing right here is basically almost where it was when it just launched and was at the bottom. So like I said before, if you have not opted into HOPPY yet, you could do it right now and it would be like buying it at the bottom. I don't think that it's going to go much lower. And of course, we see these two pumps. And, from the looks of it, these downtimes here, meaning right here and then right here, are reflections of two things. And I said something very similar about CASPA when I was doing my video on that just recently. And so you'll hear me say the same thing about CASPA. Those downtimes are a combination of two things. The first being a market crash. Right here, we were experiencing a market crash, and down here we were experiencing a market crash. So that is the first thing, and that's why First and foremost, we were experiencing those two downtimes in particular. The second thing that was happening in addition to that is and contributes to why we were experiencing those declines and downtimes was the chart was doing a short-term correction after hitting a new all-time high. So it just so happens that we experienced a market crash after hitting new all-time highs on this project, which I find very interesting. Right on the 7th of July, this had hit a new all-time high at 1864. Then by the end of July, beginning of August, we were going through a market crash. So we experienced a market crash right after hitting a new all-time high. We hit another new all-time high towards the end of October. And then we started to see a short-term correction and it just completely crashed after that. And all of this was the result of not one, but two market crashes. So, it's just so happens that after experiencing these new all-time highs, these significant spikes in the project, the market tends to go down. So there's no indication there that this is a bad project or you should be losing your conviction in the project. Now, I want to pull up Brett on base here because I saw something very interesting in regards to just how the charts kind of line up. If you look at this, Brett being orange, Hoppy being blue, these charts are almost identical. When Hoppy dumps, Brett dumps. Or when Brett dumps, Hoppy dumps. When Brett pumps, Hoppy pumps. Okay, so that's the 24-hour view. Now take a look at the 7-day view. Literally the same thing. Up and down, up and down. When Hoppy goes up, Brett goes up. When Hoppy goes down, Brett goes down. They're working in the same kind of patterns. And it just so happens that people are saying the same thing about each project. People are saying Hoppy is done, Brett on base is done. Well, they're in the same narrative. They're correlated. They're related. And they're doing the same thing in terms of the chart. So I don't think it's over for both of them, nor do I think it's over for one and not over for the other. I don't think like it's over. Like, I don't think we should be losing our conviction in either of these projects. It looks like they're both doing the same thing and reacting to the market right now. This is not the ideal time in the market for things to be pumping. Everything's down right now. We just literally a few days ago experienced another crash. So we are dealing with external circumstances rather than the ending of a specific project. So that's what I kind of want you guys like to realize here is, just because a chart isn't pumping, it doesn't mean the project is bad and the project is over. All right. In terms of exchange listings, it has that MEXC listing, which is a very important, prominent listing, in my opinion, to have that you kind of see usually when these projects are getting closer to tier 1 exchanges. The MEXC listing is one you want to see. Last time I counted, there was 29 exchange listings as a whole. So I think this is going to be 29 because I literally just counted it like 10 minutes ago. 29 exchange listings total. And, they're working very, very hard on exchange listings. That's a comment I've had from the beginning that they need to work on getting more. And they are securing more. This is a very active, dynamic community right now. It's not dead. Like, for example, like Myro on Solana, which is dead right now. Like, it was doing well. They were posting in November, and then the developers, I think, just ghosted the project. And like that right there is a tall tale sign that like a project is done, right? For the most part. We don't see any of those signs with Hoppy. There's no red flags. It's just the price is a little down right now. So I don't want people to lose, hope in this project. Please have faith. My conviction in this is strong, and I think it's really going to pump towards the end of 2025. Everything's down right now, so does that mean all the projects are done and we just shouldn't invest in crypto anymore? I don't think so. I think this is normal, and this happens all the time in crypto. The community sentiment over here is actually not bad. 89% of the community is bullish on the project, 11% is bearish. I think that those percentages were the same the last time I looked, and I think I'm pretty sure I said I'd like to see it more in the 90% range for bullish, and I still stand on that or stand by that comment. Um, but then, like thinking upon it more, 89% is not bad for it being considering the circumstances, it being a downtime right now for the project. So I will keep you posted on this as I always do, but I would go get yourself a bag of Hoppy right now because I think it's really, really worth it. It would be like buying it at the bottom and it's going to pump up again. So it's your choice. Do you want to hold it until the end of 2025 and kind of, hold it through some of that volatility? Do you want to buy now, sell when it pumps up again? It's ultimately your choice. But I think this is a great project. So please, please keep it in your portfolios. And if you don't have it, please, please definitely buy some. It is a great Matt Fury character, top tier. I put it in a category of Brett, Pepe, Jerry, all those great Matt Fury characters. So please, please keep this in your portfolio. Just a few things before I end this video as well. Social media links are in the description section. Instagram, X, Discord server. Give me a follow on those. And of course, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It is so, so appreciated. And I will see you all in the next video. Thanks, guys.